Before I start the video, I just want to say that all of this Marvel Rebels content was live. What I'm saying in the video is not going to be live, obviously, because this is scripted, but the gameplay is live, so go follow me on Twitch. Hey there, everyone, I'm back with another banger, but I have something to confess. I'm obsessed with Marvel Rebels, and I have no shame in saying that. I got 28 hours in the first 2 launch days. And being that I play this game 24/7, I thought, why not make some concepts with some new characters? So that's exactly what I'm about to do. So without further ado, let's jump into our first pick.
Thanos is my name.
Thanos would obviously be a tank. I mean, he's chunky. My boy's thick with 2 C's. Anyways, he'd be a Vanguard. Most people would be thinking giving a moveset would be tricky, maybe even confusing. But I have a good idea. His M1 would be a swing of a sword. It would be a 3-hit combo like Mr. Fantastic, and it would do half of a Luna Snow health. And its final 3rd hit would do around 1 shot to squishies. His first ability would be a bubble shield. The bubble shield would let Thanos turn any projectiles or shots towards him turn into bubbles. He would use the Reality Stone, like his fight with Gamora, if you could even call it a fight. This can be used to stop projectile ults, but not ults like Mr. Fantastic or Scarlet Witch. His second ability would be pretty simple, just a Titan Punch. This would allow Thanos to ground pound and kind of just punch the ground using the Power Stone because it's a burst of power. Any enemy within like a 5-meter radius would get knockback and AoE damage. Thanos' passive I would call it, would be Dancing with Death. So canonically, Thanos is simp for death. Yes, you heard me, death. So why not make his passive about him loving a skeleton? Dancing with Death would make it so whenever Thanos dies, he gains an extra 10% on his ult charge. Speaking of his ult, that brings us to Snap. To start off, no, this does not kill half of the enemy team, nor does it kill half of both teams. What it does is a little less broken. So Thanos would say a piece of dialogue like, "Fine, I'll do it myself," or "I am inevitable," before putting his thumb up to his middle finger and then snap. Everybody directly in front of Thanos would get half of their health taken away, no matter what character they are. And if their ult kills them, it would add a 5 extra seconds to their respawn timer. The final thing for the Mad Titan would be his synergy. He'd have a single synergy, and it would be called the Gauntlet Greats. This would be a synergy with Hulk and Iron Man, being that they have all won the Infinity Gauntlet. Thanos would give both Iron Man and Hulk a 6% movement buff, a 6% damage buff, and a 6% health buff, due to the Gauntlet having 6 Infinity Stones. The next character we shall add is like a melody. Quicksilver. Most Quicksilvers I see are the comic Quicksilver, but my favorite Quicksilver is from the X-Men movies. Oh, don't let me get started. But anyways, he'd be a duelist. His M1 would be a rapid punch, almost like Star-Lord's pistols. If you use all 40 punches on one enemy, then the animation of Quicksilver patching up his hands would be his reload animation. But if you evenly distribute his M1 between enemies, it would be a way shorter animation of him cracking his knuckles. His first ability would be called Phase Dash. This allows Quicksilver to dash and phase through walls to get to a selected teammate. This would give the teammate a 20% movement buff. And if the teammate is getting shot, you will dash in front of them, not letting them see it coming. R.I.P. Pietro. His second ability would be called Tornado. Quicksilver would dash around a selected enemy, not only quote-unquote blinding them, but also doing small bursts of damage. This would block any enemy attacks that the enemy might try to use, but it will also still be doing damage to Quicksilver. His third ability would be Displace. This would allow a Quicksilver to pick up and move an enemy or teammate if they are not a Vanguard. They can move him up. He can move them up to 40 meters away. This can also be used in combination of his ult and to yeet stupid Jeffs off the map. That brings us to his ultimate. Lock in. Lock in would be a different dialogue depending on the skin. I.e., his Age of Ultron skin would be, bet you won't see this coming. And everything would freeze for 7 seconds, allowing him to displace and shoot enemies while they are frozen. One thing about this though, enemy Quicksilver does not get affected by his ultimate. During frozen time, the Age of Ultron skin would start whistling the Avengers theme until it's done. And the normal / X-Men skins would hopefully have Sweet Dreams Are Made of This or Time in the Bottle playing in the background. Lastly, his synergy. It would have to be some damage boosting Scarlet Witch kind of synergy, like Siblings from M or House of M maybe. But it would grant them both 15% damage buff, like Wanda needs the damage buff. And that's it for the video. Please comment if you want more, and I'll gladly make another video. And please drop a like. I'll say if we get 100 likes on this video in the next 24 hours, I will do another video / stream, sorry, with my webcam on. And with all that said, have a wonderful night or day, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Pulled up, made my appearance. You can't sit with us without clearance. That lame shit, never let it near us. And your girl will choose my team cause you still living with your parents. Flexing on